Hi, it's Jean Birmingham here with Kept in Stitches, and today just happens to be Tip Demo Friday. So every Friday I am going to try to come to you with a different tip or technique and demo it live for you, which a couple weeks ago I showed you that I was refolding and reorganizing all my fabric on these shelves behind me. And I promised that I would come and I would show you my technique for how I fold my fabric so that it all fits nicely the same way stacked on the shelves. And how you do that is, first of all, you have to make sure that when you are setting up shelves for your fabric in your quilt room or your area, wherever you're going to be storing your fabric stash, they need to be a minimum of 12 inches deep. So when you're purchasing those shelves, make sure that you're getting them a minimum of 12 inches deep. And if you want to set 3 stacks of fabric across that, they need to be 28 inches wide. The height of the shelves really don't matter. Mine, for my use, they're set at anywhere from 9 inches to approximately 12 inches in height. And that seems to work well for me. So the other thing that you are going to need is, most of us quilters or sewers have a supply of rotary cutting rulers. They're plastic and you're able to use a rotary cutter across them. This is my Omni Grip one that happens to be, and you will need for this method, 24 inches long and 8.5 inches wide. Comes in handy for multitude of other things. It's what I use the most, so it's really handy for this method of folding fabric also. And the next thing, of course, you need fabric. What you're going to do is you are going to take it exactly the way that it comes off the bolt, selvage to selvage, and just lay it folded end down on your surface, which I happen to have 2 yards of fabric laying here ready to show you. You're going to take the 24 by 8.5 inch ruler and lay it on top of that fabric and line up one of the lines right on that fold, so that you have some sticking out at the bottom and at the top, and of course leaving a little to start with your fold over on the end here. And all you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to fold that little lip over your ruler, pick your ruler up, make sure that you have that tight, and just fold it right on down. So then all you have to do, and I'm going to slide that up a little so you can see, is you just keep turning your ruler, folding it, keeping everything straight, until you get to the end. And sometimes you'll have a little extra there. All you do is just make that little fold there, flip it over, and then here comes the magic, which I'm going to try and get this in the camera so you can see. If we turn it this way, there we go. What you do is you just slide the ruler out, and you're going to take and you're going to fold that fabric exactly in half. I like to take my hand in there, straighten it out, take the ruler all the way out, and there you have a nice folded piece of fabric. And because I just happen to know, which it's good to know how much fabric that is, measure it before, I know that that's 2 yards. So I take my little sticker, write the 2 yards on there, take that off, put it right up there on the top of the fabric. It's ready to go on the shelf, and I know how many yards of fabric are there. So when I have a project, I can pull that out. I know whether it's enough for what I'm looking for, and everything is neatly stacked on my shelves, ready to go. So that's my tip, my demo for Friday, and I hope that you enjoyed it and they'll find it useful in folding your fabric. Another tip on that is this will work for approximately 4 yards of fabric down to a minimum of a ½ yard. Anything smaller than a ½ yard is not going to fold this way. I have a different method for storing that, and on another Friday I'll give you that tip for how I store my fabric that's less than a ½ yard. So enjoy. Share this video out to your friends so they can get their fabric stash organized and on their shelves, neatly ready to go, handy at your tips, all organized and looking really nice instead of scattered all about and hard to find when you're wanting to use it. Hope you enjoyed this Tip Demo Friday. Join me back soon and I'll talk to you again. And remember, I can take your wishes and keep them in stitches. Bye-bye.